Great time for a tune-up, so your car is running as economical as possible. Those gas prices are nuts. Spring is also the time to get your wheels aligned. Who would know better than me, the tire queen? Come see me at Advanced Automotive on Route 138 in Griswold. I'm Jess, the tire queen.
This is Ray Churchill from the Eastern Connecticut Performing Arts Association, inviting you to join us on Saturday, June 4th for the Eastern Connecticut Jazz Festival. Our featured bands include the Bill Seafood All-Stars, the Chris Lee Band, Souls on Fire, and Al Copley. Tickets are available at ecpaa.org. The event is presented in association with our partners Collins & Jewell, Jewett City Savings Bank, Mohegan Sun, DC Builders, Camaro Signs, and Minuteman Press. The Eastern Connecticut Jazz Festival, June 4th. Get in the swing.
Hi, my name is Dr. Katina Simmons. I'm the optometrist and the new owner of Griswold Eye Care, formerly the office of Dr. Joel Zuckerbrand. I would like to welcome you and your family to make an appointment today for an eye exam. Even though the name has changed, we are still providing the same family-friendly eye care as Dr. Z. We are located at 8 North Main Street in Jewett City. You can also find Griswold Eye Care on Facebook and send us a message. Don't forget that eye exams correlate to your whole body health too. It's not just new glasses and contacts. So, come see me, Dr. Katina Simmons at the all-new Griswold Eye Care, formerly Dr. Zuckerbrand. Hope to see you soon.
Did you know that Allstate Insurance, the Trahan agency, has 2 offices now, Plainfield and East Lyme? And that's good news for you, since Kevin Trahan has been in the insurance business for well over a quarter of a century. Plus, he's easy to find. Just search in any browser, Kevin Trahan, Allstate Insurance. And when you get to his Facebook page, you'll find tons of helpful information on questions you may not even have thought to ask. Allstate Insurance, Trahan Agency, Plainfield and East Lyme, proud sponsor of Griswold Youth Football.
Family owned and operated. That's something you don't hear too often anymore. Highway Campers of Plainfield is now 3 generations in and going strong. If you're looking to upgrade or get your first RV, contact the family that knows RVs, Highway Campers. They'll walk you through the process of finding the right RV for you and can even finance it for you. Visit www.highwaycampers.com and find your home on wheels. After all, home is where you park it. Highway Campers is a proud supporter of Griswold Youth Football.
Your community radio, live from Main Street.
Mike Minarski and Paul Lash in the morning and 80s all day and night.
SNSN.
Like they always say things that aren't stupid usually. And when they are stupid, it's funny.
You know, when they are, yeah, whatever. I can't even talk this morning.
I can understand why.
Rendered lips.
Hooked on phonics.
Hooked on phonics. Phonics. Phonix. Phonics.
Well, you might win the spelling bee.
Huh?
You might win the spelling bee.
I might win the spelling bee. Yeah. Paul's got the weather on this wonderful, wacky Friday.
It is wacky, that's for sure. And guess what? The temperature is 57 degrees.
Holy moly.
Yeah, so it's like way down from it was the other day.
Yeah.
From 90 to 57. Anyway, there'll be a shower or 2 around this morning, possibly. Partly skies this afternoon. Highs will be somewhere around 75 degrees. For tonight, partly cloudy. Lows around 55. Be a Saturday. It's going to be sunshine. That's right. Sunshine along with some cloud.
On my shoulder?
Makes me happy. Sunshine along with some cloudy skies for intervals, but highs will be somewhere around 77. So it's going to be good for the Jazz Bears.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. And of course, in the evening, it'll be clear skies, lows around 45. For your Sunday, generally sunny, highs around 76 degrees. And of course, back to school, back to work. Guess what? Partly cloudy skies, high 77.
There we go.
So it's getting there. So
Paul's going to do the weather all the way to Christmas. Keep
there we go. And on December 24th, there'll be snow up about 4 inches. And that's your weather from SNSN on this first Friday of June, 06/03/2022.
June 3rd. Tomorrow's the Jazz Festival. 4 big bands over at Urechko's Tree Farm, brought to you by the Eastern Connecticut Performing Arts Association.
Yep. You know what else today is?
Friday.
On a little bit more somber note.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow.
Today is the 53rd anniversary of the sinking of the USS Evans.
Oh, okay.
74 men went down with the ship.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Well,
explain the Evans.
The Evans?
Yeah.
It was a destroyer back in the Vietnam War.
Oh,
They were on maneuvers in the South China Sea and got cut in half by the HMS Melbourne, an aircraft carrier.
really?
Literally chopped the boat in half.
Wow.
In 3 minutes, the front end of the
So
boat.
you're saying we did it ourselves?
No, the Australian Navy cut us in half.
The Australians have a navy?
They do.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
By accident, huh?
Yeah. In 3 minutes, the front end of the boat sunk with 73 guys
Oh,
on board.
Wow. I don't think that's very well known, to be honest with you.
Well,
Yeah.
the other thing to note about this is their names are not on the Vietnam Wall.
Really?
really? Why? Because they didn't die in combat? Or?
No, because of a heaping pile of political bullshit.
Oh, yeah. God knows that doesn't
They're
happen.
saying that they were outside the combat arena when it happened. Although there are plenty of names on the wall that their name or they were outside the combat arena when they died.
So, still during wartime.
Exactly. You know,
Although a lot of people didn't think that the Vietnam War was actually a war.
as far as I know, wars aren't like football fields. They don't have boundaries and end zones.
Tell that to the families of the people who didn't come back home.
Yeah.
True.
So, just everybody take a moment to consider what happened.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you, this is the first time I've heard of it. I've never heard
Myself,
I've never
too.
heard
Yeah,
of
I've
the
never heard of
evidence before.
Yeah.
Really, because like you can see, they don't do very much to promote it. That's for sure.
Well, no, the biggest thing was in the end, when you look at all the evidence, we were at fault. We called a wrong order that put us directly in the path of the aircraft carrier.
Oh, okay.
And I think that's the biggest reason that the politicians don't want to touch this. They don't want to say that, well, we were at fault and we lost 73 guys. So, anyways, that's my 2 cents worth.
Well, thank you for bringing that forward.
Yeah, it's good to know. Now, where do we go from here?
Let's talk about sports.
Oh boy. Well, I want to mention. My shoulder's been weird lately.
Yeah.
Right. So I went a couple of weeks ago, got X-rays done, and they said that I had calciphoric tendinitis, and which is basically calcium deposits. Right. We've already talked about this, but then I had to go to an orthopedic, and I did that yesterday, and they took X-rays, and everything was like, all right, well, it looks like the calcium's going away. So, but before that, I'm going in and there's the medical technician, doing blood pressure and checking your weight and all
Those
this stuff.
scales lie.
I know. I don't know what they're talking about. Liars. And then goes through my medication list and okay. And then at the end, she turns around and goes into one of the cabinets and pulls out these pair of shorts. And I'm like, didn't say anything. And she goes, here, I need you to take your pants off, and put these on. So when the doctor comes in, he can, examine you.
Skinny pants.
No, they were just like black, weird.
Did you look like
shorts.
a sausage when you put them on?
No. Well, here's the thing. I didn't put them on because
Depends.
I looked at the lady and I said, my injury's in my shoulder. And she goes, oh, you don't need these.
She's probably giving you depends.
Just strip
No, damn it, Paul. It was just a pair of shorts. It
Yeah,
wasn't the
yeah.
Did you have to wear a Johnny gown?
Huh?
Did you have to wear a Johnny gown?
No. I
Butt hanging out the back.
no. She tried to give me these shorts, and I'm like, my injury's in my shoulder. It's
She
not-
had other thoughts in mind.
Yeah, I did. I looked. I said, "This ain't social call."
I'm telling you, your shoulder. It's when you threw out that first pitch.
Huh?
It's when you threw out that first pitch in Little League.
Oh yeah, I know. But even then, that was underhand. It was a softball.
And the interesting thing is, if you had actually reached home plate with the ball, you probably would have hurt more.
Shayna goes surgical shorts, which that's what they were. But Shayna, it's my shoulder. It wasn't my legs. And,
Pull the shorts over your head.
oh, God.
She knew he was in there for the dribble.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Paul, what is it? We're going to hell in a handbasket really fast.
It started out
Oh,
on such
God.
a good note.
They were depends.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
They look
Carrying
like-
the tuba, Shayna says. I was a tuba player back in high school. So.
The reason for the shorts was when the doctor starts manipulating your shoulder, you're going to poop yourself.
It did hurt. I will say that. Good morning, Laura. TGIF.
Hello, Laura.
Thank God it's Friday. So, yeah.
Back to sports.
Yeah, back to sports. So there's a storm coming.
Uh-oh.
And looks like when Wolverine Radio first started, one of the biggest and the biggest thing that we did was carrying, the start of carrying sports and the start of carrying sports for Griswold High School. Griswold High School is where I went to school.
My kids.
Huh?
My kids.
Your kids. I don't know if you can see it. Even got a Wolverine tattooed on me.
Paul went there, but it was in a little red one-room school.
I didn't live in Griswold.
He used to write on slates with a nail.
No, I never lived in Griswold. I'm not a Griswold. I'm not from Griswold.
Oh, so you still wrote on slates with a nail?
That's right.
And that didn't change.
Sat in the corner with a dunce hat on.
No,
Yeah.
I had the feather in the ink.
And so anyway, that's how we started.
Yeah.
Was carrying Wolverine football.
It was a big thing.
Yeah. Huge thing. So we went through 7 years of carrying Wolverine football and Wolverine basketball and Wolverine baseball.
Softball.
We did a lot of sports and a lot of coverage, year after year after year for the Griswold Public School system, and enjoyed every single minute of it. Enjoyed working always with Steve Crevino, the athletic director here in Griswold. He was always very, very accommodating to us. Shannon goes, I loved our little high school. Yeah, me too. I'll always love Griswold High School.
Always be a Wolverine.
Always be a Wolverine. However, this is coming to an end. It is coming to an end that we will be moving on to a different school that we will be covering.
Huh.
And it's bittersweet. There are it's certainly not anybody's fault or anything like that. Griswold High School is going to be going more towards their in-house called GSPN that they've been building for the last couple of years.
Does this mean they're going to be covering away games?
I don't know. That's something you're going to have to ask them. I do not know what their future is. But from what I understand, that's the way they want to go. And God bless them. Good luck. Kyle Gunderman he has built it from the start. And we've done less and less and less over the last couple of years. Like, we haven't even done anything in the auditorium.
Right.
We've never been in the brand new box, at the softball field because, GSPN was going to cover it. Okay,
Right.
fine. It's their school. They can do whatever they want. So we will be moving on.
What's going to happen with you, Mikey?
We actually last year there were two different schools that had asked us to come and do more coverage for them, and my heart was always with Griswold, and like I said, it's kind of bittersweet, but not ready to announce exactly where we are going. It's because it's not quite done, but it will be. It will be. So we'll be providing coverage for a different area high school.
A new adventure.
A new adventure. New school, new fan base, and I will drop this little nugget is that it'll still be of interest to Grizzled people.
Okay.
So it is not Plainfield, Daryl. It is not.
Well,
so
all good things come to an end.
Yeah. And I've got absolutely nothing bad to say, about, our time, at Grizzled High School.
We could.
No. Daryl goes, yes, it is. And don't lie. I'm not lying, pal.
Mike would never, ever lie.
I don't. I really don't. He goes, I am always right.
His middle name is Pinocchio, but he would never, ever lie.
Laura says, "Oh, see, now this is actually a very good question." And she goes, "Is this for all Griswold schools or just the high school?" We will be doing. We'll still be doing youth football in Griswold.
Right.
We'll still be doing Jewett City Little League like we did last year, which was huge.
Right.
Really was. Jewett City Little League and softball. As far as the I don't know if the only other thing that we did, Laura, with the school system, it was the middle school basketball, and that is going to fall under the umbrella of GSPN. Whether they cover it or not, that's going to be up to them. Whether they do away games, again, that's going to be up to them. I don't know the answer to that question at all.
So basically, GSPN is going to handle everything scholastic.
So how
and then,
everything?
Do they stream on?
Yeah, and then you'll be covering the rest.
YouTube.
They do.
They do.
Okay. They do. Okay. They do. Okay. It was GSPN was started out, or the intention was to be a student-run program, which. What a great idea. Except it's teachers that do it.
Okay.
So.
It's uninterested.
Yeah. So, there's a young teacher by the name of Cole Baccarelli who does play-by-play. Does a good job. Does a really, really good job. And Kyle, does the cameras.
Are the kids just not interested in doing the broadcasting side of it?
I don't think the kids are really interested in doing much of anything.
Okay.
These days when it comes to any kind of public service.
Not a video game.
It could be, though. But they're just, yeah.
Oh, well.
Let's see. Facebook user says, if Grizzled kids can leave and play at other schools, so can SNSN.
True.
Mike wants to play at other schools.
Yeah, I think it's time. It's time. We've been doing less and less and less at the school, and I gotta look it up and see who Facebook user is.
It's Paul.
Because what happens is when people comment and they don't click the okay, you can use my name, it comes up as Facebook user. So I'm gonna bear with me for a second. I'm gonna find out. Oh, that's Scott Fryer.
Oh,
air
Scott,
fryer.
you gotta
air fryer.
Scott Fryer or air fryer. Scott, you gotta go ahead and click your name there, dude, or else it comes up as Facebook user.
He's incognito.
So
Finish
is
him.
that air fryer or Scott Fryer?
Scott Fryer is Scott Fryer.
You got it.
Yeah.
That is correct, because that's my rules, my game.
See, I
Yep.
get confused because Scott Fryer is full of hot air, just like an air fryer.
Oh, we could do Scott Fryer, air fryer, or air balloon.
Air balloon.
There we go.
Oh, wow.
Tim Hirschberger, maybe split the responsibilities with GSPN. That was something that was attempted. And basically, it was my ball, my yard.
Okay.
It's okay. So
Take my ball and go home.
Yeah. I'll take my ball and go to this school.
Well, see how long it lasts.
Touche, Paul. What Scott says. Oh, look, it's the Scott Fryer now. There we go.
Ooh. You can learn stuff.
See, there's a lot of moving parts right now. So Daryl asks a very interesting question. What about the physical location of the studio in the morning? Is the studio moving? Well, we don't
Funny
know.
you should ask.
we don't know. The last I knew, and trust me when I tell you, I'm the last to know, even though I was told I'd be the first to know. I'm the last. From what I understand, that this building that we are in is going to be up for sale.
Yep. We don't know when.
Don't know when. But so what what does that mean for us? You're out of here. Yeah, I'm sure, I mean, so there's a lot of changes, and honestly, I kind of feel right now I'm getting kicked in the ass by this town. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. But you know what? It's okay. We'll stand up and we'll move on, to what we need to do.
Mm-hmm.
SNSN will survive.
Absolutely. So, what do you think about the whole thing? I mean, I no ill will. I get no ill will, towards anybody at Grizzle High School or nothing like that.
No, I think it's a tragedy. You've worked hard over the last 7 years to build this brand, and you've done it in a strong, healthy relationship with the town, with the bank, with the high school.
Yeah,
and
at least I thought it was.
I think there's been a change in leadership at these places that has not necessarily looked at what you have done for this town in the past 7 years. They're looking at what they can do for this town in the future. And I think they need to remember history and understand that you're an integral part of this town.
Scott says exactly, all in caps, Chris. I'm all for healthy change.
Mm-hmm. But I don't think you make change just to make change. That has always driven me nuts. If you're going to make change, make sure that it's in the best interest of your constituents.
Yep. Absolutely. So,
well, I think you've kind of showed the high school what can be done over the last years, and so you've kind of led the way and showed them how things can be streamed, how effective it is, how popular it is. So now they want a piece of the pie and take over the whole pie. They're not going to share the pie anymore, so it's their pie.
And okay,
so
that's fine.
And that's just the way it is. I mean, do I think so? I still think a lot of people still appreciate what you do.
Well, this has got nothing to do with parents,
I think,
or
they
students, or anything like that.
No, I wouldn't take it personal.
I don't.
No, I wouldn't take it.
I really don't.
It's just that life goes on, and people have different ideas, and what you got to do is you got to move on with them.
Daryl brings up an interesting point. This is really true. He goes, "There's a lot of uncertainty for many of the small businesses in the town. A lot of buildings have been bought / sold, leaving a lot of questions."
Absolutely.
So the one we're in is one of them. Daryl, from what I understand, your building is up for sale as well.
It is. And I think that this town is in a downward spiral.
Downward dog.
With more businesses leaving than are being created.
I guess. I don't know.
Well, look at just the last year or so. I mean, just running down Main Street real quick, I can think of at least 4 different businesses that have come and gone.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and Daryl says yes, and possibly sold as well. So Daryl from the Healthy Computer on School Street, who is part of that building there. There's Phil's Clocks and Repair that just moved in over
Sullivan
there.
Construction.
Yeah, whatever for him. But
okay,
yeah.
I'm just listing names.
Yeah. Oh, you mean the guy who ghosts me every time he says, "Oh yeah, call me. I want to do this. I want to do this," and you call him, and he doesn't return the call. Oh yeah.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah. Don't mess with me because I'll come at you.
Anyways,
Jesse, who owns O&E, we're getting a lot of business input right now, which is really cool. O&E Customs across the street.
Mm-hmm.
Says, I think everything is for sale right now. Everyone wants to take advantage of the current market.
Yep.
And I think they're kind of they're kind of going for the stretch right now because the rate is going
right
straight up. So it's like, my God, we better sell now. If we're going to do it, we better do it now, or else we're not going to be able to.
Well, who the hell's going to buy? Got to have money to buy.
Well, who would buy a building with a rotted out floor?
Well, that's the other thing. I mean, if you're going to buy a building, you either got to have the cash, because you sure as hell don't want to be doing a mortgage with this rates going up.
Yeah.
No.
And the uncertainty of what's going on with the economy.
Yeah.
The one thing I did hear, though, is a lot of building materials now are falling.
Yeah.
The price of building materials is going down.
Good.
Because nobody's building houses anymore.
Because it stopped.
So now they're stuck with all these building materials. So the prices are starting to go down, which is a good thing if you're a regular homeowner and you want to do some upgrades.
Mm-hmm.
But
Daryl just said, he goes, they covered a hole with some plywood and called it all good.
Yeah. If you can't see the rot, it's not there.
Sean McFadden. Hey, Sean. Good morning.
Hi, Sean.
He says, what? I'm on late that I want to, I hope, I don't think you were here, Sean, to hear this part. And of course, now there goes the internet. What the hell? Here comes it's coming back. Breeze line, yeah. Nothing is going to change, Sean, just so you know, with youth football. GYF is we are ready to go. We're gonna, and that's an exciting thing for us. We started last year. It's so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
John Harden and I love going to the games, to be a fan and covering these games. So nothing's changing as far as like Griswold youth football. Also Little League not changing,
right.
and that kind of stuff. The youth sports not changing there. What is changing is who we're going to be covering for high school sports.
I see a cover
The
up.
scholastic side of it.
I see a cover up coming up.
What do you mean?
Be.
Huh? The Wolverine now is going to turn into a snake.
Why a snake?
I don't know. I just pulled it out of my hat.
I don't know.
We're going to be carrying the Salisbury Snakes
Yeah, I see a cover up.
in Roanoke, Virginia.
I see a cover up coming.
No. You know what? I've been a Wolverine my whole life. Whether I broadcast their sports or not, and from their high school, doesn't change where I came from.
See, I always thought you were a honey badger.
Honey badger don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Let's see. Tim. Good morning, Tim.
Morning, Tim.
It's the same mentality as the other previous geniuses that dismantled the Jewett City Police Department.
Mm-hmm.
No.
So I don't, this, we're not doing this morning to alarm anybody, so like youth sports, we're still going to do, I'm looking forward to it. Great relationship with GYF. I appreciate them. I appreciate people at Griswold High School too, but
we're not intentionally shaming anyone.
No,
I'd be willing to bet you're back in 2 years.
No,
I'd be willing to bet you'd be asked to go back in 2 years.
that's okay.
I'd be willing to bet.
But we're not going to start somewhere. This is one thing. We're not going to start with another school to bait somebody else to come
No,
back.
I know
No.
that, but
And it's not a knee-jerk reaction.
No.
that's not my point. The point I'm getting is that they want to do it now, but eventually it's going to become old hat because it's going to be a pain in the ass.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Because it's going to require. It's not going to be a business for them. It's a job. They ain't going to want to do it. They're going to get sick of doing it.
This is something that really has been developing over the last year.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
This isn't something like Chris just said. This is not a knee-jerk reaction. This is not something that is just all of a sudden boom.
Yeah.
This has been developing over the last year.
See, now I'll agree with Paul. I think that somewhere in the next few years, you are going to be approached and say, "Hey, can you come back and do this?" And your answer is going to be, "No, sorry."
Sorry, we are entrenched with other things, and
Exactly. I'm not going to stop broadcasting here or at one school just to come over and broadcast your school because now you can't do it.
What I really think is, and this is who I really feel are the parents that have really supported us, and like what we do, and we appreciate them because they're the lifeblood of what we do,
right?
But when that's not there anymore, I think they're the ones that are going to pay the price.
Yeah, exactly.
Are unfortunately the parents and the kids.
Now here's a question.
Mainly the kids, because we started a culture a couple of years ago, doing like youth basketball and started covering a lot of kids. A lot of those kids are going to go to Griswold High School, and we won't be there to continue that relationship, unfortunately.
Now here's a question that you may not know the answer to. Kyle is doing a great job at what he does.
Yep.
But what if he gets sick? Do they have backup alternative plans?
I don't know.
To cover?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. That's something you'd have to ask GSPN.
Right.
What their plans are going forward in the future.
What if next year he decides to retire?
I doubt that'll be.
Or move on. Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
I'm just saying, do they have a plan B in place?
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
I do not know.
And I said you may or may not know the answer to that.
So I talked to, had a good conversation just yesterday with a potential school, the one that I not ready to announce because it still has to go through a couple of channels, but it was a really it was a good conversation, but not ready to say what.
School of Rock.
School. Yeah. Let's see. Scott says, Scottso says, we will see how that goes when they have to cover road games. I do not believe they are going to cover road games. I don't know. Maybe that is something that they are going to change. I hope they do. Really just for, the fan base sake. What are you doing?
Checking
setting up a rally.
Social media.
We're setting up a rally. We're going to have a rally at the school on Monday afternoon at 4:00 with signs protesting.
Yeah. There's not enough.
Well, you never know.
There's a little too much apathy for that. Daryl says, "Oh, are you going to Killingly?" And all I will say to that is I cannot confirm nor deny.
Thank you, Ollie North.
That's it.
To the best of my recollection, I can't recollecting.
Stan says, not happy. Thank you for the years. Rally on. My pleasure, Stan. It was a pleasure to carry you boys. Let's see, Laura. The only schools I can think of would be north of Griswold, be Putnam, Woodstock, or Ellis Tech. I cannot confirm nor deny. Scotzo. Well, that makes no sense then. Most people will. Oh, look, Griswold School's calling me.
They must be hearing it.
Yeah, and it's okay. I mean, this is nothing against Griswold school system.
Right. We've
It's
said that
nothing at all.
5 times during this broadcast.
It's nothing at all. Nothing at all. So, it's just something that has changed. They're utilizing their own in-house system, GSPN. And like I said, did I not say Cole Baccarelli does a wonderful job? He does a good job.
Yeah.
And everything. So here we go.
Moving on.
Yeah. Steve Cravino's been wonderful. This is nothing against the administration, nothing against the students. It's nothing against anything like that. It's just the way that things have kind of played out.
Yeah.
And we will certainly miss that relationship, But it doesn't mean that we're going to go ahead and, be mean or nothing. Absolutely not. I mean, Griswold public school systems help put us on the map.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's all right. Put it this way. It's kind of like they had a baby and the baby is growing and you want to go ahead and, nurture that child, and which is GSPN. And I think that's what they're doing.
And you're the dog that is getting moved to the side.
It's sad for me because I've always been a part of Griswold High School one way or another. So, and to see that relationship, with as far as sports are concerned, to be coming to, an end it bothers me.
Sure.
But I understand what they're doing. And that's it. So I don't want anybody to think, and I never once have I said in this broadcast that I am against what they are doing.
Right.
That's all.
To me, the logical course seems to point in the direction that if somebody buys this building and you are
find a place
asked to leave, and if you are broadcasting primarily the sports from another area, it only makes sense to me that you would move into that other area.
No, because we're still going to be carrying Griswold youth sports. We're still going to be carrying Jewett City Little League and that kind of stuff. So we're still planted here in the town, and it's like, okay, buildings get bought and buildings get sold, right? That. So, once this one goes to somebody else, there's a possibility even if somebody buys this, we end up staying and we just rent from them.
Yeah.
We don't know. There's just a lot of uncertainty, as far as that. There's a lot of change sometimes. And you know what? Change is good.
Mm-hmm.
Change is good. It's exciting. Exciting and new. Come aboard. We're expecting you. The Love Boat, where every high school is bidding for us. No, sorry.
That's a strange boat.
Cindy Briggs says, we will move you into my garage.
Sweet.
Oh, all right. You know what is sweet? You know what really is sweet, though?
Chocolate.
Breakfast.
Sweet.
I was waiting for that. So guys, and ladies that have watched this and, through this morning and everything, this is nothing against Griswold High School. You support Griswold High School. Continue to support Griswold High School.
Go Wolverines!
Go Wolverines. I'm always going to be a Wolverine through and through. It's not going to matter where we broadcast sports from as far as I'm concerned. A lot of that is a business decision. That's all that it is. Griswold High School, they're going more towards GSPN, and that's fine. And like I said, it's like having a baby. They're growing their baby, and that's it.
Hope they can find formula.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. So anyway, that's going to wrap it up for us today on a Friday. And
let's get breakfast.
We'll get breakfast.
Sweet.
So
Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone. Have a good weekend.
Hi, I'm Harry, the Tooth Fairy. Or at least I used to be the Tooth Fairy. Business was great. Then people started discovering Griswold Dental. Dr. Norman Katzoff and his staff can do things to help you keep your teeth longer.